Hey everybody, it's Hussein Kabani, your favorite broker, and we're back with another market update. So this is the middle of November 2024, and if you've been scanning the real estate news already, you know the headlines are, we are up 44.4% in sales from Toronto Regional Real Estate Board. That's what they're gonna tell you for the month of October compared from 23 to 24. But guess what, guys? Like I've told you before, October 2023 was a really crappy month. So you're comparing a really crappy month to an okay month, okay? But even if you look at September 2024 to October 2024, yeah, there's a lift. And already going into November so far right now, you could tell that there's a lift. So what is true about all of it, I don't think it's that exciting that it's 44.4% higher and everything's gonna go nuts. I don't think it's that exciting, but yeah, the truth of it is that there is momentum picking up on the sales side. That being said, if we look at even sales numbers, like the selling price from last year to this year, it's very sluggish still. It's only like 1.4%, 1.3%, something like that. So the average price hasn't gone up so much. It's gone up a little bit, but not so much. Let's even call it a rounding error. It's not that big of a thing, okay? The other thing I want to point out over here right now is like moving forward in terms of like inventory, because I think that's what's really holding us back right now in terms of seeing like the price going up right now. So if I looked at November 12th of 2023, we were somewhere around just over 20,000 listings available for sale, okay? And if I look at November 12th, 2024, we have just over 24,000 listings available for sale. So the cool thing here is that, yeah, we're sitting with about 4,000 more listings across the GTA, but our sales numbers are higher. So that is a positive thing that's going on over here. But what I've been saying is that I know a lot of people are looking for those prices to go up, especially sellers. But we're not really gonna see that until we start to see that inventory position come down. So a cool fact I wanna share with you guys is because I keep the inventory log every single day, almost every single day, I have actually looked at the 12th of every single month for the last 13 months. And I want to show you something that was very interesting. Basically, what we saw was the inventory position January 12th across the GTA in 2023 was about 16,500. And if we look at January 12th, 2024, the inventory position was under 12,000. So we saw more than 4,000 listings come off of the market. So now, if we factor in having 24,000 listings available for sale right now, and this is just an estimate, okay? And we've noticed our sales have kind of picked up, but our listings are still coming onto the market as well. Now, I think that if we kind of say that between now and the next 6 weeks until the end of the year, we might see around 1,500 or 2,000 listings come off of the market, available inventory. So we might be around 22,000. And if we see that same kind of trend, about 4,000 listings dropping off below that at the end of the year, because we'll see a bunch of listings expire that won't come up back on the market in December, we'll probably see somewhere around like 18,000 listings. My number before was about 17,000. If we had around 17,000 listings, we'll probably start to see the prices come up. But 18,000, 17,000, I think are still good numbers. Now, who knows what's gonna end up happening? But if we looked at 2023, what really happened was we had a really soft fall market. But what happened was middle of December 2023, we saw things really ramp up, okay? So we saw the end of December ramped up, January and February. I have a gut feeling that if that inventory position does come down to that, 16, 17,000, 18,000 number, we find people that are buyers in the market are super motivated at the beginning of the year because they've set a goal. We're gonna buy a house and there's not that much inventory at that time. So I think that we might see, actually, I should say, the same type of thing happen that we saw last year. I think towards the end of the year, we still might see a ramp up, okay, in sales happening. And we might see that momentum continue into January and February. See, this last year in 2024, after kind of March, middle of March, we saw that momentum drop off. This is the difference I see happening in 2025. I think that we will see a ramp up kind of in December. We'll see increased sales, probably more multiple offer situations, kind of December, January into February. But what's gonna happen then is that most people that are thinking about selling their property are gonna start to list their property probably around March or April because they wanna hit that typical spring market. But a lot of inventory, I think, is gonna come onto the market at that point. So instead of the market kind of completely softening like we saw this year, I think that momentum will stay, but maybe it might just kind of even out, but I think the momentum will be there. all that to say, guys, is that if you are just going to be a seller next year, you may want to consider January, February listing, because I feel like the inventory position is going to be low. I think that the buyer's appetite is going to be really high. And I think that you might be able to score a better number at that point. Who knows what's going to happen? But the flip side of it is this, guys. We covered this in one of our stories, is that, you know, if you have a $900,000 townhouse right now and you're waiting for that thing to get to $1 million, so you could buy a $1.1 million, you're seeing that $1.1 million single car detached or something like that right now. But guess what? Just because your house moves up from $900,000 to $1 million, don't think that $1.1 million is not going to move up to $1.225, okay? So your net difference is actually probably going to be bigger if you're going to wait for that to happen. I think your net difference is always going to be a little bit bigger. Just because your property went up doesn't mean that your affordability is going to go up, because that next house is going to go up at the same time. I think the key is that if you're going to be a move-up buyer, is that you want to trade in the same market. I mean, I beat this thing to death. That's kind of how it's going to work. And if you're looking to get into the market, I still think that it is probably a better time for you to start getting up and moving into it right now. Because the other factor that we are going to start to see is that because of the insured mortgage rule changes happening, whereas like the insured mortgage cap was $1 million on a purchase, or just under $1 million. Now we've seen that go up to $1.5 million starting December 15th. And we've also seen that you're going to be able to get a 30-year amortization versus a 25-year amortization. So your affordability is going to increase dramatically as well. So I think that by kind of going back into a little bit of a normal market, and then not to mention that even the interest rates are due to still come down more. I'm not saying that things are going to go nuts and we're going to see crazy price increases. It could happen. I just don't see that happening. I just think that we're going to probably come up to a normal level in sales and hopefully kind of see a normal market in 2025. Now, I mean, if I had a crystal ball, I wouldn't be doing this video. I would be, you know, playing the lottery and on a beach somewhere. But there's a lot of speculation out there right now that's also saying that in 2026, we're probably going to see the peak numbers of where we saw the market in 2022, at the beginning of 2022. Is that really a reality? I'm not sure. We're going to have to kind of wait to see how 2025 unfolds. But you are going to be seeing next month at this time, Treb reporting that, I don't know, we're going to be 50% in increase in sales. But just keep in mind, guys, November 2023 wasn't a huge month either. It was actually lower than it was supposed to be. So when they compare that 2023 to 2024, it doesn't really excite me. What I'm really looking for is the momentum moving forward. All right, guys, I hope this video was informational for you guys and you got something out of it. I'm really sure that you did. So if you can go ahead and just like it, share it with your friends, and most importantly, subscribe, because I think I got the best honest real estate content in the GTA. So go ahead and subscribe. And remember, my Calendly link is somewhere on this page. I advise you guys to click it. Everyone's situation is a little bit different. So I'd be more than happy to kind of run through what your scenario is and give you my position of what I would do if I was in your situation. Until next time, guys, remember one thing: get Kabani, get sold.
Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold. Sell it, sell it, sell it, sell it, sold.